I always talk about the 3 C's of successful publishing, and they are concept, crowd, and craft, C-R-A-F-T. So concept. Concept is really, does your book meet a real need real people have? And your concept is sort of crystallized in your title and subtitles. So when you play with different titles and subtitles, you're actually playing with book concepts. And so, so I have an infographic that walks you through the process of developing a really strong book concept. Obviously, I'm talking about nonfiction. When it comes to fiction, your concept is all about, you know, the premise, the plot, the characters, and then how well you execute on the writing of it. So how well does it entertain? You know, although fiction writers can be picky, right? I don't want just a book that entertains. I want a book that teaches me about the Civil War while it entertains, right? So there you get a little more to your concept than just entertainment, depending on the kind of novel that you're writing. So concept is, you know, fully 1/3, if not more than 1/3 of what goes into publishing success. Then the crowd, and this is basically the author's ability or not to help a publisher reach an audience. And this is probably the #1 reason publishers turn books down, is because the author does not have a big enough, here's the scary word, a big enough platform. And platform is just a fancy word for any means an author has for bringing exposure to their book, for promoting their book. And I really stress the importance of an email list in this day and age. You know, having a Facebook following, a Twitter, Instagram, all of that's really, really important. But when you post on those platforms, you are renting other platforms to send your message across. When you have an email list, it's something that you own. It's an asset that you own. And frankly, the engagement rate on email marketing is just much greater than the engagement rate on social media. That's not to say social media isn't important. It is important, but email is that much more important. So that's crowd, and then craft, C-R-A-F-T. This is how well it's written. And we all know good writing, right? Because when we're reading a good book, we don't want to turn it down. You know, Stein's idea that this should provide an experience that's superior to that of everyday life. You know, the fact is that when you write a book, you're not just competing against other books, you're competing against Netflix, right? So it has to be excellent. So if you have those 3 C's, you have a concept that meets a real need real people really have. You have an ability to promote your book to readers. You can show the publisher, look, I'm going to be in partnership with you as we promote this book, and it's executed well on the level of writing. Then you have the 3 elements of publishing success. And again, that is true whether you're self-publishing or pursuing a traditional book contract.